Can you tell the difference between Toronto.com on the left versus Toronto.com on the right? Don't worry, I cannot either. The difference between the letter O and the Cyrillic small letter O is indistinguishable. There are letters in other character sets that are remarkably similar to our ASCII characters, and with the help of Punycode, it makes that Toronto URL look the same in both sides. Let's take a step back. Punycode is a specific Unicode that converts words which cannot be written in ASCII to ASCII. But ASCII itself was developed from telegraph code and became a standard set of usable characters as initially promoted by Bell Services decades ago. As is common in technology, the stack we've been building relies on foundations that cannot easily be changed out. So we find a way to make things work with additional layers. And Punycode is a way of making the machines use ASCII only, while us humans can use other character sets and have this layer in between do the translation for us. But if there's one assurance that we can count on, it's that if a human can be deceived, criminals will find a way to monetize it. And that's what this group called Disneyland Malware Team has capitalized on, as reported by Brian Krebs. Now, at least modern browsers now display the ASCII code in URL bar. Plus, with zero trust connectivity, there's always been protection against this type of phishing attack. But back to the Toronto URL specifically, if you paste that Unicode or Punycode into a browser in a zero trust environment, you will actually see how it translates into this, which clearly is not the Toronto.com we thought we were going to. In our second story, from Brian Krebs as well, this is a lesson in always using law enforcement in terms of reporting to when there is an event of ransomware. It might be our or your lucky day that the encryption keys may be obtained without paying a ransom. And that's what we saw with Zeppelin, with researchers that actually ended up helping many organizations get their data back without paying the ransom. In this story, we know of the US federal agency that did not patch the Log4j bug, even though a patching directive was issued. Now, a lot of organizations did not jump to the effort of compliance once it became obvious that the Log4j vulnerability was not as easily weaponized as initially reported, but now the weaponization is starting to pick up the pace, and so anybody who was not making it a priority now absolutely should be. Here we have a fascinating read about how North Korea became a mastermind of crypto cybercrime. Crypto analysis firm Chain Analysis estimates that North Korea stole approximately $1 billion in the first 9 months of 2022 from decentralized crypto exchanges alone. And I would suggest that the takeaway of stories like this over and over is that Bitcoin is the only of the cryptocurrencies that is truly decentralized, but even Bitcoin is only safe to be held if it's held custodially, meaning that it's on your own wallet, in your own wallet, not with a crypto exchange of any kind. And in our last story, Microsoft cautions that this new ransomware group is extremely innovative because they rely on, well, what's not new is relying on malvertising, which are links that are coming up as a result of ads. And of course, because of automation of ad serving these days, it is very easy for a malvertiser to get someone to click on a link. Those phishing links then point to malware downloaders that are posing as software installers. And these guys are constantly making adjustments in real time as their threats are being discovered and blocked. So again, zero trust is the answer here to be proactive. And did you know that NTFYSH is a wonderful resource to send push notifications for any imaginable scriptable scenario? Enjoy and see you again next week.